Alright, so today we are going to be attempting to defeat Ultra Necrozma without using any items. So, my Pokemon seem kind of a little over-leveled. I just like to explore the game a lot and defeat every trainer I can, and use all, the resources I can, so that's why they might seem that way. Let me show you my team. But I promise I didn't do any crazy grinding. The only grinding I do in the wild is I grind my starter up to level 10 before the actual game starts, and then I just go from there, just so I can get a solid start and not have to deal with the annoying early game. So yeah, so here's my team: 57 Salamence, 56 Incineroar, 56 Espeon, 56 Florges, 56 Araquanid, 57 Blissey. So, well, it's a nice team. I'm not going to be using all these members. So let's just get right into it, and I'll explain my strategy as I go. So, I love this game because Ultra Necrozma is just such a fun, it's such a hard boss, and so many people have struggled on it, and I love Pokemon personally, and it's one of my greatest passions. So I really enjoyed seeing such a difficulty spike, and so many strategies were made. So the most common are the Zoroark strategy, where you disguise a Pokemon as you disguise your Zoroark as another Pokemon, and then it spams Photon Geyser, but then Zoroark's obviously immune to it, so you just destroy it. And it spams Photon Geyser. But, and then the other strategy is to use, a Mimikyu and use, Toxic. And Zoroark can also use Toxic, too, because everything can learn Toxic, basically. So, yeah, you use Toxic, and then you just stall it out with, Protect, or, Hyper Potions, or whatever. But today, I'm going to be doing it without any items whatsoever. No Roto Boost, no, X items, nothing. No Hyper Potions, anything. So, to start off, I'm going to use Salamence. He's mainly just for fodder, because as you saw at the beginning, he just has Intimidate, so you can see Necrozma's attack is back to neutral, and every other stat is buffed. So I'm just going to pick a move, it doesn't really matter. Dragon Claw. So yeah, also the annoying thing about Necrozma, other than its Omni stat boost, is all its super effective moves, anytime it hits a super effective move against you, it does extra damage. That's why, one-shots everything. And Necrozma's type coverage is astounding. It has the only thing it cannot defeat properly is a steel type. So honestly, if you just use a steel type and just put Toxic, that works too, because Necrozma has the moves Smart Strike, Dragon Pulse, Photon Geyser, and Power Gem. So most of you know Blissey is a huge fat tank, but obviously its glaring flaw is its physical defense is pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do is use Soft Boil, because see, Necrozma's gonna go for Smart Strike. So how the AI works, the AI is really smart in the Ultra games. I've never seen AI this smart. So they're gonna obviously just go for the best move, and he will continuously use Smart Strike. And the nice thing about Smart Strike is it only has 10 PP. So I can stall it out with Soft Boil. Soft Boil also has 10 PP. I know it would be a lot easier if I just PP maxed it, and then obviously I would be out heal it, but as I said before, I don't want to use any items or anything. And I know the strategy probably won't work for most people, because no one really wants to grind out a Blissey, but surprisingly, in this playthrough at least, Blissey levels up on its own. I would train, Salamence took a lot of EXP out of me. I would have to constantly use it, because Blissey would just level up, and I wouldn't ever be able to use it, because the XP share just did everything for me. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to use Blissey in combat very much this playthrough, except at the beginning. But yeah, as you can see, I am using a held item. So that is the one thing I am using, and I'm using Leftovers, because Smart Strike does about a little bit more than half my HP, but Leftovers really covers for that small amount that, I don't get back from Soft Boil, so I'm trying to minimize the damage as much as possible. So yeah, as you can see, all I've been doing is spamming Soft Boil over and over again until it runs out of Smart Strikes. Really tedious, but it is definitely very effective. And unfortunately, I have to do this a couple more times until it runs out. And hopefully, the only annoying thing about this is, well, obviously crit chances are low individually, obviously, since this battle is being dragged out over a really long period of time, there's a high chance that it's bound to crit at least once, which I can manage to take a crit. Because, see, crits got nerfed from 2 times to, I think, about 1.5 times the damage, which I think they changed in Gen 6. So I can take a crit, but obviously it's really annoying because, see, I'm around that full HP mark with leftovers, and then I'm constantly having to heal. And if Necrozma gets a lot of high rolls, my HP just deteriorates, which it's still possible if it crits, but it's just very annoying. So yeah, I'm still stalling out smart strikes and everything. But yeah, I truly, really like these games overall, and Ultra Necrozma was just the sickest thing ever, and it's so over-leveled, its stats are amazing. I can't imagine if it called an ally. Thank God it doesn't, but it's such a cool Pokemon, and I personally thought Necrozma originally in the Sun and Moon games were just kind of like, it was like okay, but I didn't really think much of it, because it was the way it was like introduced, it was like with the looker missions, it was kind of weird, but I really liked how they made it an integral part of this game, and they reintroduced Pokemon Fusion, because some of my first games were Black and White, and I really liked Black 2 and White 2, where you could like fuse the Kyurem and everything, so it in Ultra Necrozma just looks so cool, and it's so freaking strong. That's obviously why people are struggling against it. It almost has the base stat total of Mega Rayquaza, so it makes sense why so many people have struggled on it. But yeah, oh, I think we're getting to the end of our soft boils, so let's go. It's gotten enough low rolls where I have not taken an immense amount of damage, and I'm practically at full. So this is going perfectly. Of course, if it does crit, as I said, annoying, but it is still manageable. So here we go. Perfect. Okay, so now, see, it's out of Smart Strike. So Smart Strike is guaranteed to hit. So I'm going to use Minimize just to increase my evasiveness. So now it can only special attacks. Special attacks won't do much because Blissey has the highest special defense out of every normal Pokemon that I know of that I think is not legendary. But then again, it does actually have a higher special defense than Arceus. Arceus is 120, while Blissey is 135. So Blissey's special defense is no laughing matter. Also perfect to Mr. Photon Geyser. Anytime it misses, it allows leftovers to pick up all the HP. So this is great. And Minimize, they buffed it, so now it increases evasiveness by 2 stages instead of 1, which is excellent. Well, not excellent in competitive play, but like it's really good in this game. Because I hate the move double team versus double team. It's so obnoxious. But like it was just impossible to tolerate. But yeah, so now I have minimized 3 times, so you can see my stats right here. Evasiveness is full. So my next strategy is Charge Beam. So the reason I'm going for a Charge Beam is to raise my special attack. So my Blissey has Serene Grace. So Serene Grace doubles the chance of secondary effects to occur. So Charge Beam has a 50% chance of raising special attack, and it changes to 100%. The move itself doesn't really do much, but like I just need it to raise my special attack. Now, obviously, I know this is technically like I'm using like just an upgraded double team, and I know it's not too clever of a strategy or anything like that, but it's just the fact that it one-shots you before you can you double team, and it has the move Smart Strike to bypass that. So I just think that even like this strategy, he's like kind of crazy. So yeah, see, it's not even getting any hits in, which I'm really lucky. Oh, there we go. I jinxed it. But see, Photon Geyser, its strongest attack. Well, it did more than I thought, but it didn't like destroy me. So I'm just building up my special attack with Charge Beam. I have to use this 6 times total, and I am not sure how many I've used so far, so let me check. Leftovers really helping out. Okay, so I need to use this 2 more times. Nice, it's missing. Yeah, and see, as I said, the AI is really smart, so they always go for the strongest attack. But the thing is, Power Gem, Dragon Pulse, and Photon Geyser are all neutral on Blissey, and also they all, like, approximately do the same damage. So, it's, because of that, it's kind of just interchanging between the moves. Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm above half. I have all my Charge Beam set. So now I'm at +6 special attack. So now I'm going to use Uproar. So Uproar is really weird on Blissey because normally I would like to have Hyper Voice. It's just better because I'm not locked into it. But Uproar, I get it really early on. I think you get it as a move tutor move on the first island. And for some reason, only Happini can learn it. Chansey and Blissey, they can't learn it. So I got his Happini. And Uproar is, yeah, 90 power and it's stab. And Blissey's special attack, well, not great. 75 at least passable. So I'm going to use Uproar, and obviously I have +6. So this is going to do a nice amount. So yeah, Photon Geyser missed. And yeah, see, this Uproar just did so much. And all I need to, even if it crits me with like a Photon Geyser, I will still be fine. And then yeah, I'm locked into Uproar. Oh, Power Gem, yeah. I am perfectly fine. So yeah, and here we go. We have the final Uproar, and it's down. So thank you guys for listening. Obviously, I know the strategy does not work in every battle, and no one's going to have a level 57 Blissey or anything, but I don't know, I was really surprised I was able to defeat it without it sweeping my whole team or using like X items and stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching my video, and oh yeah, you can see Blissey's stats right here. His defense is terrible. Special attack's okay. Special defense is insane. And of course, HP is just monstrous. So, yeah. Once again, thanks for watching my video. I know it's not perfect, the ideal strategy you're going to use every time. And the other Zoroark and Mimikyu are way more consistent and easier. But I was really surprised I was able to manage this without using any, like, X items and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks again. And hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. See ya.